Мною принято решение о проведении специальной военной операции.
There's a lot of innocent victims in this conflict. A lot. And I think it's far worse than we know. And it's become increasingly more difficult to watch the news. An emergency room physician in our hospital system contacted me late one afternoon and said, would you be interested in doing a teleconsult with a surgeon in Ukraine tomorrow morning? I said, sure. Not really knowing what was involved in that. I remember trying to prepare for it, not really knowing what to prepare because I didn't know what the question was going to be. And this was all through an interpreter. So it took maybe 5 or 10 minutes to kind of figure out, like, what are we really trying to accomplish here? For facial reconstruction after trauma, the goals are clear: to put the bones back where they were. I usually say where God put them. But oftentimes, they're puzzle pieces, and it's not so much about putting them back together, but the sequence that's going to allow you to do that in the best way.
You get trismus from that and probably need a cranial bone graft to reconstruct the arch there.
In my own personal practice, I ask for a second set of eyes on a regular basis. So I assume it would be very comforting if I didn't have somebody who was standing next to me to reach out to someone, whether they're next door or across the globe, to ask for a second set of eyes. It seemed to me that, just judging from the conversation, that he was pretty taxed.
Will it allow us to get all the way down here?
That they were working under sort of stressful circumstances. Very quickly, I realized that they had just as much experience as I did. And there aren't people who have experience in wartime injuries. I mean, unless you work in the military, you're just not going to see the nature of that injury. I had some experience working or rotating through the military in my training, so I was able to see patients who had come back with injuries from the Gulf War, which was a valuable resource for me, even though it was in my way back memory.
Some of that bone debris in the temporal space should be removed.
I think we're generally aligned about how to approach it. You do learn a lot practicing medicine during a time of war, and I think it's an opportunity for us to learn from the Ukrainians, and it's an opportunity for the Ukrainians to learn from us. It was a pretty rich experience. And it's like, after, you're like, hey, that just happened? I just did that, right? It felt good to do it. We think we know how to do everything the best way, but like, there are people all across the world doing things different ways, and you can always learn something new.